Welcome back to the SMT YouTube channel. In today's video, we discuss these two companies pictured on the screen. We're going to namely focus on Xfinity because their losses are just atrocious. But customers are fleeing big cable, and this theme has been going on for several quarters, multiple years. Theme's not changing. The trend is here. And there's nothing in the immediate future or even like the midterm that I would say is really going to change fundamentally in what's going on. So the focus here today, Comcast Xfinity, the home internet service, they lost 226,000 customers last quarter, 88% more in losses than the previous quarter on a year-over-year basis. So Q2 of 24, Q2 of 25. What caused all this? Like, what's causing this churn spike? Why are customers running away from this company seemingly? Well, the first thing we got to mention are price increases. They, according to them, quote, had to make the network faster, smarter, more reliable, right? So in terms of increasing the cost of plans, they felt it was necessary. They had to do it in order to reinvest in the network, which in and of itself, I don't really see anything wrong with that. If the customers get a better home broadband experience where their connectivity is faster, smarter, more reliable, they're probably likely to take that on the chin. The problem is this has been happening for several years, decades, where the pricing increases, but the customer is not getting smarter, faster, more reliable. They also increased costs by reducing the autopay discount. I think that went from $5 to $2. Has to be on a debit or a checking account. I understand that they did a 5-year price lock, just like the other providers do, but it's not real. They're raising fees, right? And they raise costs on plans. I mean, what are we supposed to think as customers, right? I think Comcast experienced the most non-payment disconnects they've had in a long time, and that continues to increase quarter over quarter, along with a very competitive environment as fiber builders continue to build more. Fiber offers a better experience than cable from an uplink and downlink performance on average. Fixed wireless access providers are putting the pressure on too because things are getting pretty cost sensitive. So those customers are leaving for better pricing, better experiences, and the company that hasn't yet screwed them, is what I think it really boils down to. Places previously where Comcast didn't have competition, now they do, and they're losing in those places. And the same thing goes for Spectrum. It's not so different. They lost 117,000. The conversation is absolutely the same. What these cable companies are still not moving on, from what I can tell, is they still are retaining explosive pricing models where they give you a certain price for a certain term. You guys may know it as promo pricing. The move to an everyday price with national pricing probably helps them remedy that issue, but they seem unwilling to kind of go in this direction because I think I know what's happening here. You're talking about companies in Charter Spectrum and Comcast Xfinity that have had power for decades with very little overlap and competitors wherever they deploy services. Sure, in some cities, Houston, for example, shout out to the homie Brandon, you'll see Comcast dealing with competitors and they compete well. But in places where they never had competitors, they seem slow to adjust and respond. And that's hurting them bad. And this is especially true in suburban. This is especially true in rural, small towns. When you got fixed wireless access competitors bringing in superior pricing, inferior technology, but the customer's taking the FWA, So, and this, like I said, the story is the same for Charter and Spectrum. It's not any different. The trend's not changing, people. It's not changing. And they're not really properly adjusting. I don't know when this is going to stop. But for the time being, fiber builders are winning. Fixed wireless access, 5G home from T-Mobile, Verizon, even AT&T getting in on it now. They're all kicking cable's ass. And cable is like, they're trying to stop the bleeding by selling mobile service, but those are empty calories. I mean, just look at the financials from these two companies, Spectrum and Xfinity. Imagine what they would be if they actually properly served their customers in the markets that they compete in. It's kind of crazy to see the great fall of cable, but yeah, we saw this. We saw this coming back in 2018, Receipts are there. The videos were uploaded. They're still posted. You can go and check them out. We knew this was going to happen 2019, 2020. We knew it was going to happen. And here we are having this conversation. And, oh yeah, I'm taking my victory lap. Oh yeah, forever the SMT remains on his victory lap. But go ahead and drop me your comments down in the comment section. Questions and concerns are welcome down below as well. But like, share, and subscribe. Check out some more of our videos. And don't forget, these companies have this huge footprint, but they're going to lose in a lot of these places. This is crazy. Stick around for more videos. Check out some more of our content. There's all sorts of playlists. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys soon on the next one.